Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the North Shore Line podcast presented by FanDuel. This is NS9 Live, and I am your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, we have Ty in the house, and not Jim. What's up, Tyler?
It's good to be back. Good to be back. It's been a few weeks. We had Christmas Eve. We had New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like we haven't been on it a while, man. We're back.
We are back.
Has anything happened?
No, but we're back.
We're back. That's all that matters.
That's what makes tonight's show a little bit interesting.
As in,
and
we're back. We're back.
Ty and DiNardo are back.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dream Team's back, baby.
Dream Team is back. My lighting is terrible, by the way. I don't know what it is. I can't get my front-facing lights to work tonight, so I'm going to be all shadowed out. So there's that. But anyways, for the podcast, they don't know. No idea what's happening. The show will continue. But anyways, yeah, like not a lot has really happened, and we kind of anticipate that's probably going to be the case. I mean, the Ryan O'Hearn trade or signing actually doesn't even exist yet. The MLB offices have been closed for 2 weeks. Marco Luciano and Cheng, they finally got scooped up off of the waivers today. So, like, a lot has not happened literally in baseball. So, with us being on to talk again, literally again, for us, there's nothing much to talk about either. So it's going to be a little bit different of a show tonight. I mean, we are going to talk a little bit about, the Pirates and stuff and kind of look at them as far as like an NL Central landscape. Like, how do they actually stack up as it stands right now? I know we've been talking about we want another bat, but does this team truly need one even without that bat? Like, where do they stack up against everyone else? And then we're going to go to a little bit of a mailbag. So we went to our Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. But we got a little bit of a mailbag. We'll answer some questions at the end of the show and kind of go from there. So it'll be fun still.
That's what we do. Yeah, I mean, it might not be fun, but hey, everyone went on vacation for a few weeks. Baseball's back. Like, we're all getting back to real life here. So hang with us. We're all getting back in the swing of things.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, speaking of that, like Pirates Fest is a few weeks away. Spring training is like just a little bit over a month away. Damn. Like it's about to be back, like for real back.
Oh yeah.
Like Jonathan Papelbon posted, it's the baseball solstice, which is the middle part, which was, I think this was like a few days ago, but it's the middle part between the last day of baseball and the first day of spring training. So we're past that now. So we are closer to baseball. We're closer to 2026 baseball than we were of 2025 baseball.
Yeah. Like, I'm telling you, when I was after the Buckeyes lost, and I'm going back to football, but it's football season still to me. When the Buckeyes lost and I'm looking at Steelers, football's over. Football's over for me. Thankfully they won, but I was ready to go into it's baseball mode now. Like, we got basically no time to ramp up for baseball.
What's football season like, Tyler?
Pretty frustrating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I watch it, unlike some people.
Nice to know.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely talk about all that. But we are back, Tyler, and it is officially an NS9 Live. So you do know what that means, right?
Something stupid.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
That's right. Something stupid. And your robot voice as I cut to the segue there. We have another stupid question to ask. We don't know who it's going to be. We're going to spin that beautiful wheel to find out who it's going to be. But we do have a stupid question.
And
as a matter of
shout out our friend Hannah.
There you go. Look, chapstick.
You're darn right. Old Ron Sweeney got me a nice little group. This one's a York Peppermint Patty chapstick.
Ooh.
I know.
That's it.
Ron does it big.
I might just be a basic bitch when it comes to my chapstick and such, but I'm more of like the spearmint.
Yeah, but I dabble,
Peppermint Patty though? I
didn't know they made those. Peppermint Patty. Yeah, I finished up my Almond Joy one today. I'm on to the Peppermint Patty.
Those are kind of interesting. What other like random flavors are there?
I got Reese's. I got Hershey's. I mean, any candy bar you could ever think of, I have it.
I didn't know that stuff existed.
Oh yeah, talk to my father. He finds them. I don't know where he finds them, but every Christmas I get them, and I run through them.
Okay, that's interesting. Either way, though, I think it's time to spin the wheel. How come I cannot spin the wheel? How come I can't add this? What's going on? That's not what I wanted. There we go. All right, so it's time to spin the wheel, and then we'll let you all know what the question is. So let's get here. I guess we'll do now. As we're spinning the wheel, the question we have tonight: if you had to replace your hands with anything, what would you pick? Spatulas, pool noodles, or tiny rakes?
All right, Derek.
And the recipient of this question is going to be Derek Diamond, who I think just celebrated a birthday like a few days ago also. So hopefully he got some pool noodles for his birthday that he can replace his hands with. Oh, brother. I'm
excited for this one.
This is the fun part, and then the embarrassing things. It's like I got to actually text this to somebody. All right, well, let me do that. I'm not gonna
lie. Like, I cannot wait till this gets to Dan Szymborski, because you're going to get a novel back. Denarder's typing it out right now. Bob Pompiani would be a good one as well. I'm just going down the list here. John Parado would be a good one for this one. Clint Hurdle would be great.
Could you imagine Clint? And the thing is, Clint would absolutely answer.
Clint would be great.
It'll be such a thoughtful, thought out answer too.
It would. And like, it'd be similar to Dan Szymborski. Dan would just give a little more color to it.
I'm afraid of what Dan Szymborski's answer would be.
I'm excited for it.
At any rate, so
Hurdle would be great though.
Questions out. Now, unlike Antoine Kelly, when I sent the message, Derek's not currently on Instagram. So Derek was 6 minutes. Hannah was, I think she beat him, right? She was like 4 or 5 minutes.
6 minutes.
Right. Antoine was like 6, but Hannah was, I think, 4 or 5, right?
Quick.
All right.
I don't know the exact timeline, but we're going to find out.
There's tonight's stupid question. All right, Derek. It's on you, buddy.
Pressure's on, bud.
Let's see if you can come through. All right, Ty. So let's get into it. So again, the Pirates have definitely been making some moves, and you wanted to kind of bring this up also. I mean, what The Athletic had the Pirates rated as the second most improved team this offseason. I saw MLB. I think it was Greg on MLB. I'm not sure if it's everyone, but I saw that. He voted the Pirates as like the third most improved, which I don't think is like a stretch. I don't think that's saying anything silly or dumb. But with that being said, like, are they for real?
Man, like, are they for real is a tough question. And we'll get more into all that, but in terms of them improving this offseason, like, yeah, I think 2 or 3 is probably in the right realm there. Can you get worse?
Well, who would be
like, they literally started at the ground floor.
Right. But who would be number 1 for you? I mean, try to say Toronto.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I mean, they've been doing some work.
They've done some work. Like, they've spent some money this year. And they got Dylan Cease is good. Okamoto's interesting. Like, yeah, they've spent enough that they're very interesting. They got Naylor right too.
No, Seattle did.
Seattle got Naylor. There's another one they got in there. There's 2 more they got in there. I can't remember who else they got. Either way.
But I mean, Toronto lost Bo Bichette. Like the other aspect of things too is there's people who have lost players. Like the Pirates, the players that they lost didn't really mean much to them, right? They weren't helping out. We're team like let's go in division. Like the Cubs, they lost Kyle Tucker. Like, have they improved? I mean, they did make a trade today we'll talk more about that. But like again, there are certainly some players that have left teams, so they got worse. Pirates are kind of in a situation where obviously they didn't lose any interesting players, so everything's been an addition for them right now.
Right. Which, yeah, that's why they end up being up there in the rankings. But also, like they've added really talented baseball players. Like Brandon Lau and Ryan O'Hearn are good major league hitters.
Yeah.
They're going to help this team a lot. There are still so many holes on this team. There are so many problems.
But I think it is fair. Like they have improved by a good measure.
Yeah.
But they also were a 72-win team last year.
Right.
Okay. So again, they have improved significantly. But with those improvements, how do we feel that they rank against the NL Central? And again, let's go back to that. Like the Cubs made a trade today. Edward Cabrera, and they trade Owen Casey, and that was a big name, especially around the trade deadline. The Pirates even somewhat maybe linked to him with like a potential Mitch Keller trade. Not that it came to fruition, but there's a lot of dialogue like, hey, this could be a fit. This could be a match, right? They unload him. They send him to Miami. They get Edward Cabrera, talented pitcher. The anti-Mitch Keller.
Right.
Talented pitcher, can't stay on the mound. Not saying that Mitch Keller isn't talented, but Edward Cabrera has more intriguing stuff than Mitch. But Mitch is that workhorse. Mitch will give you 180 innings in his sleep if he has to. Where Edward Cabrera, you're praying that he gives you over 100 innings. So there's that part. But again, a very talented pitcher. The Cubs bolster that rotation now.
They do. And we talked a lot about Owen Casey during the trade deadline. He was mentioned pretty often in the Mitch Keller rumors happening.
Right.
Seems like, I don't know if you had the same opinion when you saw the immediate trade where you gave Owen Casey up for Edward Cabrera. Was that crazy on that one, or did you have the same feel?
Maybe not.
You didn't?
I mean, because it was also him and two players, which one isn't even in the Cubs system yet. But
even then, I was thinking like you might have overpaid a good bit there. Like I don't see it with Edward Cabrera. Like,
well,
the innings aren't there.
Yes,
we're talking about a guy that, yes, very good year last year.
Yeah,
but coming off 2024 wasn't good. Innings aren't there. I don't know. Like, yeah, I feel like you could find this on the free agent market.
Can
that,
you?
To me, this is
but also you're not paying free agent prices for that.
No.
I mean, talent usually always trumps innings because, and who's the one that said this before too? I mean, like, just teams don't really worry too much about health. I'm not saying at all, right? It's not totally dismissed, but it's like players get injured, like especially pitchers. Like that's just nature. It's going to happen. If you're planning so much around that, you're not going to get the talent. So, and again, like, which makes sense. Like health is fluky to some level. Yeah, actually, Jim said Eric Longenhagen. He's the one that mentioned that. I think at the Arizona Fall League we talked to him.
We're still talking about a 4 ERA guy throughout his career.
Okay.
Maximum inning, but maximum, he's thrown 137. That's his career high. Like, we're talking about basically trading Braxton Ashcraft. If Braxton Ashcraft had the career of Edward Cabrera, I'd be okay with getting Owen Casey for that. And I don't really care for Owen Casey. I think there's a lot of problems with him. I don't know, man. I think the Cubs might have got a little bit ripped off here.
It just kind of feels like that makes sense.
Maybe, but
again, there's a lot of red flags with Casey. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I would take him. It's one of those situations like I would like him in the system, but he's one of those guys. It's like I'm not seeking him. I'm not going after that type. He falls into that. I will take him. So again, like just maybe this
Yeah,
is
it's just
what his
I know.
value is.
Yeah, and maybe I'm stuck on last year where we were talking about Owen Casey with Mitch Keller, and I don't really want him. Maybe that was I don't know. It's just I don't know here. Like Edward Cabrera is a guy that I don't really want either. Two guys got traded that I don't really care for. They both have giant warts that I don't love.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fair for the Cubs, but maybe I'm just thankful that they don't have a power hitter that's going to come in there and hit 45 bombs. Because God knows that's going to happen.
Sure. I think you could also make the argument too that the Cubs are a team that probably in their eyes, and hopefully in our eyes, that changes here soon, because if we want the Pirates to win, they got to overtake teams like the Brewers and the Cubs. But
Right.
the Cubs maybe view themselves as a team as if, like, we can get to the postseason. We just got to get there. And Rick Cabrera is that type of pitcher. It's like, if you're in the postseason, again, like, his stuff is nasty. If he's healthy, he's absolutely an asset. Where Mitch Keller is like the guy that can get you to the postseason, right? Edward Cabrera is the guy that can help you win in the postseason. And, you see the Dodgers manage their bullpen all the time to some extent they're going to get there, right? So they didn't get there. Didn't happen as greatly this year for them, but that's kind of how I look at Edward Cabrera as well. Like, he's a good fit for a team that we're going to make the postseason. Let's manage him.
Yeah.
Let's get him there healthy. He has to do that part. They have to help him get that part. But, the Dodgers aren't in the postseason because of Tyler Glasnow.
Yeah.
But Tyler Glasnow helps them win the postseason.
Yeah, I guess that's all fair. It's just he doesn't throw any innings at all. And the Dodgers are in a different situation. Like, they got arms galore. Cubs don't.
Now, that's fair. Now, and Cabrera does make this rotation. I mean, it's a legit rotation, by the way.
Yeah. On paper, it looks a lot better now.
Mhm. Talent-wise.
I mean, at some point, though, when this guy has not thrown a full year in 4 years, he's not going to throw a full year. It's not happening.
And it's been a lot of health. It's
all health. Like,
again,
he's
if he
not healthy.
can show that he is healthy and that comes back. I mean, this is a guy, he was a top prospect. He's a really talented pitcher. He could absolutely be a force for this team. And again, you're talking about the Cubs rotation now, which Matthew Boyd, Edward Cabrera, Cade Horton, Shota Imanaga, Jameson Taillon. Like, that's your five. Now, there is a lot of health risk in those. There's a lot of, does Matthew Boyd turn back into the guy that made us all question, like, what the hell are the Cubs doing giving Matthew Boyd this contract? But that's baseball. I mean, we're talking about their risk. Look at the Pirates' risk. I mean, there's risk everywhere. But as far as talent, it's a pretty talented rotation now.
It is. It's just, if the Pirates had Owen Casey, would I want to trade him plus multiple pieces for Cabrera? Probably not.
Yeah, but I think that's not fair.
Probably. You're probably right. Yeah.
But here, I mean, actually, it's the reverse. Think about the Owen Casey in a pitcher's side of things. Like, would you trade that for a Edward Cabrera of a hitter side? Again,
I would.
It's a very hypothetical.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know who those people are in that sense, but like, they're trading from depth.
Yeah.
And getting something they need. Like,
look, I got to find a way to poo-poo the Cubs somehow here.
I know. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, look, Cabrera could make the Pirates look really silly early in the year before he gets hurt. If he makes it at the beginning of the year, he might be joining the team in August. Who knows?
As I say, or at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, they got better pitching wise on paper today.
They did. I mean, not even just on paper. I mean, they did get better. We don't know how good they'll be, but they did get better.
Yeah, they did. Sure. I don't want to give them that credit.
How close are the Pirates to the Cubs right now?
That's a good question. Pitching wise, I think they are in a better spot. I don't know that they're super far off hitting wise either, to be honest. Just if we're talking pure hitting. The guys they have, like, you look at PCA. PCA was a very valuable player last year. It was defense. Like, he wasn't a great hitter. He had a stretch where he was really good at the plate.
First half and second half was
Right.
like the tale of two
But
hitters.
he was
basically
awful after that.
he was MVP
No,
level
yeah.
first half.
So then, like, you go down the list of their guys. It's like, do any of these guys really strike fear into you? I don't. Not to me. Like, there's nobody here that I'm like,
Like a Kyle Tucker.
right. Like, there's no Kyle Tucker here.
I mean, I guess
PCA doesn't do
I
shit.
get that. I feel like they're. If I were to put it in this realm, there's a lot of like Ryan O'Hearn's on the team. It's not that Ryan O'Hearn strikes fear in pitchers, but when you add a lot of Ryan O'Hearns, you have a solid lineup, and that's what the Pirates are kind of trying to accomplish here. Like, he's not Kyle Tucker, but he's solid, and I feel like that's what the Cubs are like without Kyle Tucker at this point in time. I mean, there's Michael Busch, there's Nico Horner, there's Ian Happ. Now he's Kyle Tucker when he comes to PNC Park, obviously, if not better. But Seiya Suzuki, yes, Pico Armstrong, there's still talent there, but obviously he's like Brian Hayes. He's going his production is going to come through defense majorly. If he can be about a league average hitter or better, then yes, you're talking through the roof 5-WAR player, which is kind of what he was last year. Like, there's talent there. There's no superstars there.
They do have some dudes.
Yeah.
Like, they hit the ball over the wall a lot. That's what they do differently. Pitching wise, I think that's where the Pirates can get ahead of the Cubs. Like, they have.
Let me ask you this: when you say can get ahead, do you think they're behind still?
No, I don't think they're behind, but I think they can kind of level it out a little bit. Where the Cubs are going to be ahead hitting wise.
So as a team, that's where they can catch up to the Cubs.
Right. Because when you have a Paul Skeens, and Mitch Keller's Mitch Keller, he is what he is. And then potentially a Bubba Chandler, Braxton Ashcraft when he's healthy, who I think is just as good as Edward Cabrera, to be honest with you. I think those two are not that far off. I think the Pirates are better than the Cubs pitching wise. Yeah, they're below them hitting wise, but I don't know. Like, they get there. Yeah, when we're bad, like, there's something to work with. I'm trying here.
Yeah, I mean, again,
you're looking at me like you think the Cubs are so much better than the Pirates already.
I'm not going to say so much better. Again, like, the loss of Kyle Tucker certainly hurts them. They haven't replaced that.
Yeah.
But this rotation, they weren't that far off. Yeah, that's why I want to stress here too, because I think a lot of people like look at the Pirates rotation and just like, oh man, this rotation, which by the way is very good and talented, not taking it away, but the Cubs have a pretty talented pitching staff as well. And we already know the hitting it exceeded the Pirates, last year tremendously. The Pirates obviously have closing that in, but I don't think it's close, but between the two lineups at this point in time, even with the loss of Kyle Tucker. But it's closing in, right? So, and I do think that the Pirates have a better rotation for sure. For sure. I mean, Paul Skeens, hands down alone, is probably going to be as valuable as whoever the top two pitchers on this staff are together. I mean, is that fair to say?
I think so.
So, again, Paul Skeens is the cheat code in all of this. And I think there's talent behind him that obviously can be, matched up with the rest of these. But because of Paul Skeens alone, the Pirates clear the Cubs. But there's certainly depth. It's, there's some risk in the depth as well. It's a lot of young arms, a lot of inexperienced arms, a lot of guys who are coming off injury and such that don't have the innings as well, like your Cabrera. But, the Cubs kind of have that as well. But they don't have that, like, true ace, that guy that's, this is your dude in the playoffs. They have I feel like the rotation's almost to me like their lineup as well. It's a bunch of really solid guys, but that they don't have like the superstar, that shutdown, that ace, that prototypical ace in their
Right.
rotation either.
They don't. No. They are getting Justin Steele back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
But
that'll.
still, I mean, he's coming off injury.
Like, yeah, he is, but he's over his career. Like, there's the innings you're
He's been a
looking for
dude.
a little bit if he can do that. Yeah, the Cubs might be better than I thought they might be. Hopefully not. I hope they're terrible.
Well, obviously, but yeah,
hope
they're
Wrigley
talented.
burns.
So like, how? I mean, we're talking about like how do the Pirates stack? I
Yeah.
don't think they're there yet. Anywhere really
I don't
near
think they're
it
that
yet.
far away, though, man. I don't. Like, if O'Neal Cruz can just get back to normal O'Neal Cruz, if Paul Skeens just, I'm not saying continue to be Paul Skeens, Bubba Chandler take a step forward, Braxton Ashcraft, like, I know it's a lot of ifs, but the Cubs are a lot of ifs too. Like, if Jameson Taillon can stay healthy, if Cade Horton stays healthy, if Edward Cabrera stays healthy, if PCA can hit, like, there are ifs everywhere.
And that's why I said earlier. I mean, that is baseball. Everybody, for the most part, unless you're you're Juan Soto or Paul Skeens, has some form of risk.
I don't, maybe I'm like more optimistic on the Pirates than most people are, because we're talking about a team that won 72 games last year, coming off back-to-back 76 win seasons. They added nothing last year, won 72 games. They've added a decent amount this year. And last year, everybody sucked. Literally everybody on this team sucked.
Outside of Paul Skeens. Yes.
Yeah, everybody sucked. So if they could just not suck this year, 84 wins is not crazy, people. As of now. As of right now, 84 wins is not crazy.
No, I agree. I just also like, are the Cubs looking more like an 88 win team?
That's where we get a little, and we'll get more into it with the other teams in here, but yeah.
Sure. And again, like that's like, still 4 to 5 wins isn't astronomical per se.
Yeah, there's going to be a couple teams in here that are going to be tough.
Right.
That's the problem.
Okay. Well, what about the Brewers?
There's part 2 of who's tough. They're going to be good.
And as of right now, Peralta's there. I know there's always been, wind of if he'll get traded, if not. And like, I feel like you never know what the Brewers are going to do. They can be the small market team that says, like, F it, we're going to keep him, let it ride out. Or they could be like, you know what? Corbin Burns, go ahead. And then they make out in the deal still and still be in first place. I mean, we thought when they traded Corbin Burns, like, okay, here's the sign of not really like the rebuild, but the retool. And they're like, no, silly. We're going to win the division. So, yeah, with Peralta still there right now, I mean, also talking about a rotation that's solid. Go. Peralta, Woodruff, Mizrowski, Quinn Priester, who they got in the trade, which it's like, man.
Yeah.
Chad Patrick, like that's a solid rotation also. I mean, it should be. They were a pretty good team last year. But yeah, adding Quinn Priester and having him do what he did really helped. But
yeah,
solid staff.
And I know Jim's in the comments that said Mizrowski's a fraud. I think Mizrowski's pretty good. I think the Brewers are going to be tough. I think they will win the NL Central right now. I mean, you just go through their lineup. It's a tough lineup, up and down.
That's really the thing too. So again, we discussed the rotation's very solid. It's very solid. Yeah, that lineup, and Jackson Chourio, like he had a down. You could say he had a down year. Like it wasn't what you expected. Still was like a 3-WAR player basically. And that what I'm alluding to is, like he could just be a 6-WAR player this year.
Yeah. Their middle infield of Ortiz and Bryce Terang, like you're getting like 8 wins out of that. Everywhere you turn, they have a ball player.
William Contreras is still there.
Right. Like
that trade, how it worked out.
They're going to be
by
tough.
the way, like who's Andrew Vaughn?
Right.
the version that they found, is this going to continue? Because if so, well, damn.
Yeah,
It's another player they basically got for free.
Yeah, basically.
Not because they're going
And
to turn into William Contreras, but like
he
was
had
a
a
talent,
good. Yeah,
and he sucked.
But I mean, with the Brewers, like he had a really good stretch there. So yeah,
did.
I mean, the Brewers are going to be a problem.
And Joey Ortiz, again, talking about the
Right.
Corbin Burns trade. I mean, he had a fantastic year when he came over, and then last year he had the complete opposite of a year. So he sucked. Does he get better?
Mhm.
You know,
Right.
this is, to me, yeah, like when I look at this division, to me, this is once again like the most complete team in my eyes.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They're
Christian
a solid
Yelich
ball club. Again, I don't like. They're not
still
unbeatable.
got it.
If there's no, you're not facing the Dodgers here. They're very good. Don't get me wrong. They're beatable. Like, you put Pirates top 3 against their top 3 pitching wise. I'll take the Buccos. Hitting wise, no. God no. Run for the hills.
And that's fair. I think but again, like that's what it comes down to with the Buccos. You're talking, I'll take the top 3. That's what it's going to be. I mean, the Pirates, their bread and butter is going to be pitching. Again, Paul Skeens is that dude. When Paul Skeens is facing any of these guys, as long as you have an average lineup, as the Pirates seem to be getting right now, like you expect Paul Skeens, you expect the Pirates to win the Paul Skeens start. That just is what it is. Their lineup isn't as futile as it was last year, you know. So like they should be able to score 3 or 4 runs, and with that being the case, Paul Skeens should win that game. And then you got Mitch Keller, you have Bubba Chandler, you have Braxton Ashcraft. You go down the list. Like, there's talent, right? So like the top 3 should be better than everyone else's top 3. You would imagine so.
Actually, I'll take the top 4. I'll just say 4. Top 4 I will take against any team in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Skeens, Keller, Chandler, Ashcraft. I'll take those 4 against anybody in baseball.
I mean, just pure talent. Then like throw in Hunter Barco too, for the most part.
I'm not quite there with him, but like top 4 I will take.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's what I'm getting at is I think the Pirates pitching can keep them hanging around enough that the Cubs that might have a better lineup, the Brewers that definitely have a better lineup, they can hang in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like pitching is so important in the sport.
And of course, especially come playoff time.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about those teams first because I feel as if the Pirates are going to do something, you need to be at least top 2. Again, with the wild card, I know it's 3 teams now. This division is tougher. I will say that. We've talked about it was kind of a cupcake for a few years. It's getting tough, especially because teams like the Reds and of course the Pirates, they're getting better, right? It's becoming a more deep of a division of quality teams. And again, like the Cubs and Brewers are, I'm not saying top tier in the sense of like the Dodgers and such, but like they're not just there because they're in a weak division. Like they are talented, they are good. They've proved it for the past few years. So, I think those are the 2 teams that you got to beat. Now, theoretically, the Reds are still also a team you have to beat. They finished better last year. They were in the playoffs last year also. But let's take a look at the Reds. Like, how do you feel about the Pirates and the Reds right now?
I don't think there's any planet where the Reds should finish above the Pirates.
Not any planet.
I don't think there's a
10,000
single
simulations.
planet. I see nothing with that team.
Okay.
They are starting Brian Hayes at third base. That guy cannot hit worth a shit. He is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, JJ Bleday.
Yeah.
That's a Pirates answer.
Yeah.
Ellie De La Cruz had like a Pirates type of season where it was slightly above average, but yeah, he was valuable. And he does a lot of really cool things. He's a lot of fun, but like he doesn't hit the ball that well. It's slightly above average.
De La Cruz?
Yeah, he is slightly above average hitter.
I get it. He had a
Yeah, I know. Like
he had a
there's so much
slow
potential.
start.
Blah blah
and
blah. Okay, how many times we do this with O'Neal?
I get it.
Like sometimes
But
these guys just aren't that good. And he's a 4-win player. Like not that good's wrong.
he also, yeah, he's really good.
It's
with the glove,
just
too.
it's more of a like value-wise hitting. Is he really gonna provide you that elite level?
Mhm.
He probably will one
He
day,
can.
but right now he can absolutely.
But I'm not penciling. I'm not putting in pen that he will, and that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, but you go down the lineup, like they had all the potential. They just a lot of these guys haven't worked out with the Reds.
And I do think that's fair.
Although
This
Buckle
lineup
Mike
looked
does
like it
bring
was
up a
going to
good
be.
point, though.
This
they do have
team
Pito.
looked as if they were going to hit their way into contention. With their prospects coming up and such. And to your point, like you said, a lot of them haven't panned out to where you expected them to pan out to be. I do think Ellie's talented, and again, he hasn't given like the O'Neal Cruz type of disappointing season, right? But to his standards and to what you expected from him, maybe there's some disappointment there, I guess, but still super talented. But like the rest of them haven't really panned out to be like this fearsome lineup. It's actually quite the opposite. The rotation is actually really, really good too.
It's really
That's
good.
what's funny about the NL Central is just like it's like a pitching factory out here. I mean,
It is a
what I'll
really
say
good
about this
rotation.
is where I mentioned like the Cubs and the Brewers have just very solid staffs in that sense. Hunter Green is absolutely a dude. Absolutely a dude.
He is, and Abbott's good. Like they got
Abbott,
low still. Like their
Case Burns,
rotations.
Brady Singer. Their
rotation's up
quality.
there in terms of who's the best in Major League Baseball. Like it's up there. They got dudes. I just don't think they can hit the ball. I don't think they're going to hit the ball at all.
I don't want to say like they're not going to hit the ball at all.
I don't think they will.
But they have a lot of what ifs. They have a lot of if this guy does this, if this guy does that. There's people that are capable of doing better than what they've done. And I think they're still a lot of them are still young enough where they can get there.
Mm-hmm.
They're either entering their prime or like in their prime or such, but that's kind of what the Reds are. That's lineup wise. It's like, well, you expect more out of them. So can they do it this year? There's a lot of question marks there. I'm with you. Like right now, I do put the Pirates over the Reds, but I'm not gonna say like in any planet. I think there's things that could certainly balance the Reds way. That they could be better than the Pirates. And again, that's
baseball. The Reds are better than the Pirates this year. Everybody needs fired now.
Well,
yeah,
yes.
That's the point.
Yes.
If the Reds end up being better than the Pirates, everybody has to be fired because they shouldn't be.
Because you're in fourth place, essentially.
Right. You should not.
The reality is most likely you're in fourth place. But again, that's what I'm alluding to. I mean, there's a lot of what ifs on the Pirates, a lot of what ifs on the Reds. And if those what ifs go different ways, the division can line up the same.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not completely the same because we have the next team, the Cardinals. We should technically talk about them, but should we make it quick?
God, they're terrible. This is weird.
So the Pirates are going to finish better than the Cardinals this year then, right?
Are they?
I'm going to think if there's no world that the Reds are better, then don't tell me the Cardinals will be.
No. Honestly, if the Cardinals finish above the Pirates this year, yes, everybody needs fired. Fire everybody.
All right.
They're terrible.
Yes.
They have given up. But they will figure it out very quickly.
Maybe. We'll say that for another day, though, because we know firsthand how rebuilds can go sideways.
Yeah, I know, but they'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. So again, like as it stands right now, we think the Pirates have a chance though. Like it's not complete. They still need to do something though, right?
Oh yeah.
But there's absolutely a chance.
Honestly, like if you look at it, again, I said it earlier, I think I would line up the Pirates top 4 against anybody in baseball. If we're in a playoff series, I'll take those dudes. I'll take my dudes right now. The way the Pirates are lined up with their pitching staff, I will take their dudes.
I want to talk about this now to some level because this kind of goes to your point you were mentioning earlier too with the Pirates. I mean, they certainly have improved, by the additions. I got to remove our overlay. Can't see everything here, but they got a second baseman in Lau. Last year, this is the war amongst every position for the Pirates in 2025. Okay. As you can see, not one position had 2 WAR, which is what an everyday player is essentially. Brendan Lau comes in. He's probably going to give you more than 1.3 at second base, right? So, I mean, there's some improvement there. They get Ryan O'Hearn, who's going to be like DH first base. And that's why this isn't like a perfect way to compare everything, but just giving you an idea. First base, DH, mostly DH, we agree with, in right field. And he was a 3-WAR player last year. And obviously, the DHing is probably going to lose a little value there per se. But like Ryan O'Hearn could be a 2-WAR player easily, right?
I would think so.
So let's just put him there in the DH. That got literally 0 WAR last year, right? There's a 2-WAR improvement. First base was 1.3 WAR. Spencer Horwitz was injured, came back, took a long time to get right, a month or 5 weeks or something. But like once he did, he was a dude. Do you believe in Spencer Horwitz?
I do, weirdly enough. I think,
Could he be a
but I
2-WAR
don't
player?
think he's getting much better. I don't know if he's being a 2-WAR player, to be honest with you.
So what do you think he would be?
I mean, it's negligible, like around 1.3, 1.5 in that ballpark. But yeah.
Okay. So we'll keep that as is.
Yeah.
And obviously he'll platoon, and you think Ryan O'Hearn would have the other one. But again, we put Ryan O'Hearn's WAR within the DH route, so we'll keep that the same. And again, I think Brandon Lau at second. Is he a 2-WAR player?
Depends. Like he was bad defensively, man. But he'll be close. He'll be close.
Okay. Shortstop, 1.1 WAR last year. Connor Griffin's coming in.
Well, yeah, that's the question. How quickly does Connor Griffin arrive?
And again, that's a good question.
If he arrives quickly, I think 1.1 is very achievable. And they could easily surpass that.
Could he be a 2-WAR player?
I think that's possible.
I think he could be better, but also I think being a 2-WAR player in your rookie year, and also too, it's like even if it's Jared Triolo for the first few, whatever or whatnot, like I think you could easily pencil 2-WAR shortstop next year, with absolutely potential being 3 or 4.
Yeah, I mean, depends how bad. It depends how long it takes for him to get here.
So you're looking at another WAR as short. Third base was 1.1 last year. Now, I think that's a good question right now. Like, that's the biggest hole right now. Like, what's going to happen at third base? It's a 1.1. You got rid of Brian Hayes. Right now, it's kind of Jared Triolo.
Yeah.
So as of today, as we're talking, like, do you think Jared Triolo manning third base could?
Yes.
What do you think Jared Triolo could get you?
I think Jared Triolo would be more valuable than Brian Hayes WAR-wise. If you let them play every day at third base, I think Jared Triolo would end up being more valuable because Brian Hayes is that bad hitting.
Mm-hmm. So you think he's a 2-WAR player?
So bad. And also Jared Triolo's family is not going to bother everybody on Twitter.
So you think he's about a 2-WAR player?
I don't know about 2, but I think like where we're at right now, I think that's easily achievable.
Okay. So you're looking at probably another win at third.
Yeah.
Left field was negative 1.3. Now,
That should get better.
Jake Mangum was a 1.8 WAR player last year. It wasn't a full season per se. It's close to it, but you have Garcia. You have other options too. Could the aggregate of the players give you close to a 2 WAR season at left field, do you think?
It has to. Like, negative 1.3 is just so bad that it's not achievable.
But what I'm saying though is, could Jake Mangum, Garcia, and then again, like whoever you want to else throw out there that's going to give you some time or whatnot in left field, give 2 WAR? Is it more of a 1 WAR?
I mean, I think you can get 1 WAR out of left field for sure.
Okay. So again, to be conservative, you're getting 2 WAR in left field. Center field was 1.4. 1.4. This is the LA De La Cruz thing you're talking about. This is our O'Neal Cruz. What does O'Neal Cruz give you this year? Safely.
I think we get a bounce back and we get O'Neal Cruz at like 2.5.
So there's another win.
I think
Brian Reynolds.
I think he's going to hit the ball better. Brian Reynolds is not going to be a sub 1 WAR player. He can't be. There's no way he will be.
0.6 WAR. So what does right field get you this year?
There is no way Brian Reynolds is this bad again.
Okay.
So I think
he was a 1 WAR player last year.
I think he's a 2-win player.
All right. So we gained another win there.
Yep.
Catcher was 1 win. What do you see there this year?
Oh boy, that's where it's tough. I'm going to keep that around where it's at for now.
I feel you. So again, to kind of be conservative here, right? To some level, like we're not saying like Connor Griffin's going to be a 4 WAR player, right? He's a rookie. To be conservative, 2 wins, right? So again, you're looking at DH, 2 wins. Between second and first, combination of a win, right? A half win is kind of what we're looking at. So there's 3 wins. There's 4 wins at shortstop. There's 5 wins at third. There's 2 wins in left. There's a win in center and a win in right. That's 9 extra wins you pointed out right there. That could be very attainable. They're at 72 last year. That's 81 right there in the offense, potentially. And again, this is very just generally speaking, but offensively, they got this team to about 81 wins. We haven't touched the pitching yet.
Yeah, that's where it gets a little scary.
Paul Skeens was a 6.5 WAR player.
Yeah.
He could be better. He could and probably should pitch about 200 innings. Therefore, would be technically better. But we'll stay there. Mitch Keller, 2.5. We'll stay there.
Yeah.
Also could be better. He only pitched, 170 or 168, I think, something like that, innings last year. He's probably going to give you more, technically.
But 2.5 is about his career average-ish. He's in that ballpark every year.
Sure. God, who was
Rax?
No. How did I hold on?
I think it was Ashcraft that was 1.3.
I'm not forgetting how I combined these. Give me a second, fellas and ladies.
Ashcraft was 1.6 on FanDuel or Fangraphs, actually.
Did I already go that route? I think I did. Oh no, Mike Burrows. Mike Burrows is 1.3. Okay. Now he's gone.
Yep.
He is gone. So there is that. But what I'm going to allude to is the next set. 0.3 was the combination of Andrew Heaney and Johan Oviedo.
You can get better there. You can.
Right? 1.2 was the combination of Bailey Falter and Carmen Majinski.
Yeah.
Like if you talked about the 6.5 Skeens, 2.5 Mitch, the 1.3 that's lost in Burrows, can Bubba be a 2 WAR player?
If Bubba's not a 2-WAR player, I'm going to be a little bit upset.
Okay. The .3
That means
with
an injury
Heaney
had to have
and
happened.
Oviedo, like, can Ashcraft be a 2-WAR pitcher as well?
Ashcraft's a little concerning to me.
Okay.
Just because of the injury history. His numbers, I think, get a little bit inflated last year because of the amount of times he came out of the bullpen. They protected him very heavily. Do I think he can be a really good starting pitcher? Absolutely. I like him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of pumping the brakes on Ashcraft a little bit because I think we're writing him in pen when maybe we should be doing it in pencil.
Okay.
Like, let's relax a little bit. This is a guy that we haven't been able to account to rely on throughout the minors. Let's not like put it in ink here in Major League Baseball.
Right. Fair. Okay. So again, just kind of looking at how the rotations line up. And then like the
Potential-wise,
1.2.
he's really good.
Yes. So the 1.2 is like whoever the fifth starter is. And that's the thing.
Right.
We're talking about right now. We do anticipate another signing. But as of right now, we look at like your Barco, Majinski, eventually Jared Jones type. And that's so I do want to apologize. This 3.3. I had 6 here because it's like your 5 and then like the conglomerate of like all the extra guys. I did add Burrows in that also again. I just realized that. So that's actually 2 WAR for the 6th man in this rotation. All the extras. But I guess what I'm alluding to here is the rotation is probably going to be about the same at least, but certainly can be also better than what it was last year. And last year was like the 5th and 6th best rotation in baseball as far as WAR goes.
To be honest, honestly, it could be because, like, if you think back to last year, yes, I am probably being a little more harsh on an Ashcraft and a Bubba Chandler based on their numbers last year because the Pirates did protect them very heavily. But also, if you just let them run and they have a year to improve, maybe I'm being a little more harsh about their improvement because Bubba Chandler should be a very good starting pitcher in Major League Baseball. He showed enough to me last year. Ashcraft has the stuff to be a very good starting pitcher. Health's going to hold him back. Like, talent-wise, top 4 that we keep talking about, they're legit. They are legit.
I agree. And around here, the bullpen as a total had 5 WAR last year. I don't know if they'll be better than that. I kind of look at them and say they're probably going to be about the same.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably about right.
So I guess the reason of this exercise is I think you can conservatively look at this team and say they should be about an 82, 83 win team as of today, as of right now. But also with the potential of being better. Because again, O'Neill Cruz has the potential to be a 3 WAR player. Connor Griffin has the potential to be a 4 WAR player. You know, there's certainly talent within this team to be better. But I think, honestly, you can look at this team and say they should be at least a 500 team next year. Where it stands today, to some conservative level.
Yeah, I think as I look at this team today, they are at least a 500 team.
I think that's fair.
And I say 83, but I think like that the ballpark that we all think they might land in, I think we're about right of what their talent level is right now.
All right. And also like what I think helps here, because there's a lot of these numbers are also down because like obviously O'Neill Cruz didn't play every single day. Tommy Pham didn't play every single day.
Right.
Reynolds didn't play every single day. There's bench. But like what this team has done is they've eliminated to put it bluntly, the trash from the bench and supplement it with guys who, actually can play in the majors to some level.
There's still a good bit on the bench they got to fix.
It's not
at least
great.
The 10 guys they're throwing out there are better.
Yes. But, they're not like, I don't anticipate too many leaving this year to go to the KBO in Japan and the Mexican League, right? That's the difference. So, yes, I think that's very safe. So that kind of wraps up I think the NL talk and the Pirates, where they rank. Is that
and
seem about right?
It does. And also, as I said that, on no planet the Pirates should finish below the Reds. I just took a peek at the FanDuel odds of the NL Central winner. The Reds are plus 370 and the Pirates are plus 1,000. So I think Vegas might know more than me, but whatever.
They just
Or
know how
maybe
to
you should
win
listen to
money.
me. Maybe you
That's
should
all.
just listen to me. I think the Pirates are better than the Reds. You know what? I'm sticking with it. They are. Pirates are better than the Reds. Take that. If there was a bet for the Pirates finishing better than the Reds, ride with me.
I agree. All right, Tai. Do you want to get to the mailbag?
Yeah.
We have a few questions. So as mentioned, we went to our Discord. If you're not in the Discord, please join. It's awesome. And we funnel a lot of stuff from there. So we asked people in our Discord to give us some questions. So I want to start with the first one. There's a good mixture of like actual baseball questions and some fun. We'll go through this pretty quickly. But the first one is here. Just what do you think a potential deal of Adley Rutschman looks like?
Too much.
In what sense, though?
Like, I think they would have to give up too much to the point where I don't know that it's worth it, because you probably have to deal from positions of strength. I think they've dealt enough from there that they can't do much more. And I just don't know if it's really a good fit at this point. It'd be cool. But also Adley he's
Do you
kinda fell
think
off
they
a
can
little
get
bit.
away with a prospect package for Adley?
I think that'd be tough because I think the Orioles want to compete. I don't think they can get there. I don't see that fit matching up.
I'm with you. I think if they're trading Adley, they want a pitcher in return. And is this team realistically in a situation where they can still give up starting pitchers to get
No.
offense? I
No,
think
and I
unless
mean,
like you got to be on
are you
MLB the
get
show mode.
but then DiNardo, are you getting offense? You don't know.
Well,
'Cause
Adley.
we're talking about a
Oh,
guy
you're
that
saying the question of it.
right, like, are you getting offense?
That's fair. Yeah, like the only scenario I think, and again, that's why I say like it's MLB the show mode. This isn't realistic, but it's like
Mhm.
the thing that gets me is like this team hasn't traded prospects for anything. It's just also in the same sense is like the guys that they want and that are available, they're not asking the team at least for prospects. So they've had to give up major league
Mhm.
talent. It would have to be something super creative where it's like, hey, you know what? They traded Mitch Keller for Adley.
Right.
And at the
And
same time, or
it'd be
it's
Mitch
another
Keller
three-way
plus.
trade that they trade prospects for another starting pitcher. If like they got their Edward Cabrera in a sense.
Yeah.
As I said, it's very unrealistic, but I feel like the only way you could do that is if you had some other trade lined up with a prospect package for another pitcher coming in return to supplement Mitch Keller, and then you're
Right.
still adding a pitcher for agency like a Quintana.
Right. Yeah, they're just
All right.
the way the teams line up, I just don't think it fits right now.
I agree. So that was from NYS, Texas in our Discord. Next question. This is from Brian. So what is a realistic move that can improve the left side of the infield? And I'm adding this, not named Connor Griffin.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Right.
What's your answer there, DiNardo?
Well, I think we've kind of nailed it. I mean, Isak Paredes, Alec Bohm, Suarez technically should be reasonable, but I doubt. I feel like that's
Right.
a pipe dream. I know we differ. I would rather have Moncada than not. I just think this team needs to push for better. Like again, he's break glass in case of emergency. We're now on to plan D. Let's go get him. Or again, like making some type of move. Again, Toronto kind of interests me now. I know some of the guys you think would make a lot of sense are left-handed, though. That doesn't really help. But Toronto's now interesting that they got Okamoto, and if Bo Bichette signs back or not. So I mean, I would absolutely take Alec Bohm.
It depends what you have to give
I
up
would
for
take
him.
Paredes.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm going back to, if we're talking about realistic, I'll just play Connor Griffin as shortstop. I will play Jared Trillo at third. I'll go get a real left fielder, and I'll go get a real starting pitcher. I'll
Okay.
figure out shortstop and third base later. I think Triolo's fine enough to deal with shortstop or with third base, and I think Connor Griffin's close enough that you can survive however long it is till he's up,
Okay.
as long as you supplement them in other ways.
And I could get behind that, finding out what those two other guys are. Rogue, tacos or burritos?
Tacos. I'm a taco girl.
I would side to that.
I'm not a burrito kind of guy. I'm just not. Like,
Oh, I
like
love burritos.
but I like a burrito, but sometimes a little bit too much tortilla.
Rogue also. How many dates before you no longer are just friends?
Pooh. I don't know. How long did it take Jonquil?
I wish longer.
I feel like, I don't know, 3, 4. Does that sound right? I don't know.
My advice, the next date. Never give up.
There we go. Or
always
just be
the
like
next
me.
date.
Just, you know what I get to do tonight? Go back into my bedroom where I'm alone.
Tata, I want you to answer this. What's the correct way
boy.
to poach an egg? Because I don't know.
See, to me, I just would put it in water. And I've never poached an egg myself, but you just put it in water and swirl it. That's what TikTok tells me. You just put it in the water and swirl. And then it poaches. I don't know why you'd want a poached egg. Just like make a sunny side up one, like an adult.
All right. Although the offense is improved, shouldn't we be at least a little concerned about the state of the rotation? The young guys are exciting and have a ton of promise, but don't have the major league proof to back it up. The potential starters behind Skeens and Keller only have 51 combined starts between them, and 22 of those are Jones, 16 are Majinski. Many of those are openers. Are you concerned about the rotation?
I just went on like a 20-minute rampage about how I would take these dudes against everybody.
Sure.
Yes.
But I do think
Yes.
I agree on, again, talent for sure.
Oh, no. Yes. Yes, I am.
But
I
are
am
you concerned about them becoming Edward Cabrera?
No, like, honestly, it's a very fair question because, yes, I am a little bit concerned. And it's more just we haven't seen them do it yet. Also, you need at least one more arm, at least. And where I really where my concern really would lie is that there's not much depth. The depth is kind of gone. There's nobody left coming up that there's not a Braxton Ashcraft that you can count on to come up and a Bubba Chandler. There's nobody.
I think
that's
fair.
scary, but
yep. It's concerning. This was
very
of real strength, lots of depth, lots of talent, and now it's lots of talent, no real depth.
No,
so I think
something goes wrong, we're in trouble.
That is some risk for sure. I'm nervous about it. You know, like what if someone goes down for Tommy John this year? I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility.
No.
Now what? So yeah, there's certainly concerns there for sure, but it is a very talented rotation. Over and under 83 wins, says Davey B.
I'm going over because I'm optimistic, and I think I have them at like 83 wins myself right now. I think they're going to add a little bit more. I think 85, 86. I think that's where we end up, to be honest with you.
I'm taking the over also.
Look at us being optimistic.
Okay. So Slick asks, if the Pirates were forced to suit up a player as the Pirate Parrot in a game this year, who would they suit up? Player must be personable so that it can continue to interact with the fans. It must realistically fit in the suit, so therefore it can't be Paul Skeens. Player must also take at least one at bat in the suit, so it can be someone subbed in off the bench.
Who would dress up as a pirate?
The Parrot.
Yeah. Like you go through the rotation here. Paul Skeens, no.
They have to take in a bat also.
Yeah, Paul might be the answer. Mitch Keller, no. Jared Jones, no. He ain't a pirate. Hunter Barca, no. Ashcraft seems like he could be a little piratey. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Henry Davis because he's just built like a brick shithouse.
Well, my answer is Connor Griffin. Here you go, rookie. Here's your hazing. You're the Parrot.
You're the Parrot.
Doesn't fit the mold
I just want a giant
as
parrot.
far as personality, but nobody does. Nobody on this team does. So it is what it is.
Jim once, like, why do they have to be piratey? Because they're pirate parrots. I want them to take the mask off and have like an eye patch.
Well, how about this? The next question comes from Bird, pirate parrot enthusiast. Who will be the best player on the 2026 Pirates besides Paul Skeens?
Best on the 2026 Pirates besides Paul Skeens. It's going to be O'Neal Cruz. O'Neal Cruz is having a 4-win season. I'm going back to the well. We've forgotten about him. We have not talked about him hardly at all. It's O'Neal Cruz.
This needs to happen. This will make this over so much easier to achieve. And this team really wants into the playoffs. This will help out a lot. I'm going Connor Griffin. I'm not betting against Connor Griffin. I won't until he makes me. It's Connor Griffin. That's my answer.
Yeah.
Ryan asks, are they bringing Kutch back?
I don't think so.
Same.
I don't.
The funds are getting even more limited. There's still holes. There's still needs. Is another DH one of those? I don't think it is. I don't think he's coming back. John asks, which of these two options would you prefer? Eugenio Suarez, and that's it, or Yohan Moncada, Randall Grichuk, and Jose Quintana?
So the problem is that the three options he gave me, aside from Suarez, I don't like. I want Quintana. I would go after Quintana heavily right now. Grichuk doesn't move the needle for me. Obviously, I don't want Moncada. Said that pretty openly. I would take Suarez over that because we're talking about a 40 home run hitter. But if you gave me two other options with Quintana, I might listen a little further.
Okay. So if you had your choice of that caliber-ish type of player, but different.
If we could swap Moncada out with somebody that would be healthy, that I could trust a little bit more, I'd be more willing to make that swap. But aside from that, I'd rather just ride with Suarez and figure out the rest.
To keep the answers the same on that question, I'm absolutely going Suarez. Absolutely. 100%, not even a question.
But what if we swapped it out with more, whatever you asked me? You still going Suarez?
I'm still going Suarez.
Okay.
Like give me the game changer.
Yeah.
I can find those other pieces at the trade deadline as Suarez has helped me hang around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I agree.
Maybe not last question, but John again asks, as things currently stand, who leads off the most games this year? I do like that question.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm going back to the well. I'm going to O'Neal Cruz. I think they might put him up there this year. I think he's going to have a lot of games to lead off.
It's interesting because it's Don Kelly's team. And last year, like, they didn't have options. They don't have options.
No.
And you're putting guys because you have to. Someone has to be a leadoff guy. I don't know Cruz made sense, but he was terrible. Jared Triolo lit off a lot the second half, but he was good. So it kind of made sense. But I'm not putting Jared Triolo up there. I know Don Kelly technically had Jared Triolo lead off a lot of times. but that's not what it's going to be. And like Spencer Horwitz makes sense, but also like last year, you need someone to hit in the middle lineup too, So
Yeah.
I think the obvious answer is Spencer Horwitz. And I guess if I were to bet, I might bet on Spencer Horwitz. But I'm with you that I want O'Neill Cruz back in that. And I hope he does. I hope for one, he performs better. I hope he gets the opportunity to be in the leadoff because I think that guy can disrupt the baseball game in so many ways. And him being a catalyst in this lineup, like I think, again, it goes back to I think it helps him. And I think if he's at the top of his game, him being a leadoff tremendously helps his team.
I do too. And I mean, that's where he's had a lot of success in his career. I don't know if it's the best fit for him, but I think it's something that I want to give O'Neill Cruz as many at-bats as possible at the beginning of the lineup. I want to make sure he's in a position that's comfortable to him. I don't want to be shuffling him throughout this order. He's important. He needs to be good. So do whatever you need to do to make sure he's good this year.
Yes. I think I just want to ask this, why not Mangum? I think it's also a valid choice and question.
Yeah.
I'll give mine first right now. I think Mangum is the perfect IKF role of last year. I think that's sense. Now, IKF didn't perform the whole way. He actually was terrible as he ended his Pirates career. But think about like that first month. Like Mangum, I think is a perfect 9 hitter to then get someone like him in front of an O'Neill Cruz.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to play enough. I'm not a believer in Mangum right now. I just don't believe in the bat. But hey, I mean, he's a guy that could be a leadoff type of hitter, but he could also fit into the 9-hole really easily.
And I think this team is starting to find themselves to have a lineup to really support that type of hitter in the 9-hole.
Yeah, he's more of a bottom of the order guy if he's going to play to me.
I agree. If he's on the team last year, he probably is batting leadoff a lot.
Probably, for sure.
This year, I really like him in that 9-hole.
Yeah.
All right. And there was one more. Yes, we'll end on this one. Is it fair for Pirates fans to not be satisfied with the offseason so far? From a money standpoint, nothing's changed. Just seems like they did an upgraded Horwitz trade and then signed 2 average guys instead of the 4 or 5 below average players.
Absolutely. They shouldn't be done. They can't be done. You guys talked about it on Bucko Brew. Like if they are done right now, the Mike Burris trade was for nothing. You cannot be done. We've already said how many times that we think they are an 81 to 83 win team. That's not good enough. Yes, you've made progress. You're not there. You're still 1 or 2 players away. So yeah, I think everyone's fair if they want to be like still wanting more here because they have to have more. They're not there yet. They got closer, not there.
Yeah. I think the fairest way to look at this offseason right now is you can be happy with what they've done. I think I'm happy with the moves they've made. Every move they've made so far has been good. And none of them have really been like, what the hell was this? Like your JJ Bleday, talk about the Reds. Like that's the priority move. That's when we say like, if you're trying to be a real team, why are you doing this? Like, sure, maybe this happens. It's not terrible. Like, it isn't hurt, but like, you got to do better. The Pirates have done good things, but you should not be satisfied. You cannot look at this team today and be satisfied. It's like, you know what? We're good. Not at all. It's got to keep going. So I like what's been done, but I am not satisfied. Does that make me a gluttonous pig? Sure. As I should be. Because I deserve to eat. Because I've been starving for decades.
My God, I'm getting trashed in the comments for talking too positively about the Pirates, and I'm over here like, no, they still haven't done enough.
But
we're still not there yet. Like, yeah, but they have gotten better. They have. And they deserve credit for finally applying themselves to an offseason. They decided they wanted to try for once. Not good enough yet, but there is still time. So I'm not going to lose my mind yet.
Right.
There's still time to make some moves.
So let me ask this now. Do you have faith that they will? Do you have faith where they'll get to a point where you are satisfied?
No.
Why is that? What would satisfy?
I've never seen it. I have never seen it.
Never?
On an off season to the point where they have made me satisfied now. Because
So
even during the stretch, like 2013
even into
15,
2015?
nope, because they didn't do enough then either. They had the low ass payroll, did the same stuff. They just were smarter then. They're dumber now. Who cares about what I have to say?
To be fair, I've been trying to stall this show because Derek's been typing for like 5 minutes. So for one, Derek, you're a slow.
I was wondering why I was still talking.
For two, we got ourselves an answer finally. Derek Diamond responds 1 hour and what, like?
Yeah, we're about an hour and 10
the
in
show
since the message.
Yeah. All right. So Derek's response. So again, the question was, if you had to replace your hands with anything, what would you pick? Spatulas, pool noodles, or tiny rakes? His response, out of these, tiny rakes for sure. I've got a green thumb and I could use them as spatulas in a pinch. If I could choose anything, I'd go with pogo sticks. Bounce off the walls even more than I do now.
I think he's right. I think you could use a rake as a spatula. Like, that's a good point. He thought about that.
That's smart.
He put thought
now
into
I understand why he was taking 5 minutes.
Yeah, he put thought into it. Very much appreciated.
You can use the rakes as
Yeah.
like a little spatula almost.
I mean, you might be able to use it as a pogo stick too, if it's one of the bouncy ones.
The bouncy rakes?
You know, like made of like
You have like spring-loaded rakes?
No, just like cheap metal that you could just shove down on the ground and it bounces.
I would think it would break.
Whatever.
Derek,
are we done?
Is a well put together athlete. I don't think a rake is making him bounce. Anywho, yeah, I think we're done. I don't need to stall anymore. We got our answer.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, we love you all. We appreciate you. Good stuff. Tyler, do you want to tease them what this Friday is going to be with Sicko Sound Off?
Ooh, yeah, we're rolling Sicko Sound Off. And correct me if I'm wrong, Donardo, we're going to do this thing through Twitter Spaces.
We're changing it up.
Yeah, a lot more ease of access for the viewers. If you want to jump on, it's going to be a lot easier for you. It's going to be both me and Donardo on. So, well, if you want to yell at one of us, you can yell at one of us. You want to compliment me, not the other one, that's great. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. We'll still be streaming the show. So the show will still be on YouTube. So if you want to watch us, we'll be on YouTube. However, if you want to participate, just follow us on Twitter. We'll have the spaces going. Join. We'll bring you on, talk. So yeah, hopefully that way there's more people interacting. There's more comments. It's more on and off. Again, you can have if you still have a rant, if you have a question, whatever it is, come on, state your whatever it is, and we'll go from there. But yeah, should be pretty fun. So again, it'll take place on Twitter Spaces, but we will still also be streaming it to YouTube for you to also watch if you don't want to really participate. So there's that. So yeah, I'm excited. A little different format. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And if it's successful, maybe we'll carry this into the season after post games.
Yeah, exactly. And also, you don't have to be on camera to join us now. You didn't before, but now you really don't have to. Like, you can just grab your phone, push that button, and join us. And,
that's right.
Someone just said, it would. You never know.
Bucko Mike debut. Now, Bucko Mike, when we used to do spaces before we did the post game shows, people might not even know we did spaces after games. That created the post game shows. Bucko Mike has participated in spaces. So the return.
We could get a Bucko Mike appearance. We could.
I think we will. All right. Well, with that said, like, subscribe. We got some stuff. Still have more announcements coming as well. So stay tuned. Some good stuff. Probably someone cooking the next few weeks also. So, yeah. So join our Discord too. That way you can get your questions answered by us.
Just join stuff.
Yeah, just join stuff. All right, we're out of here. Bye-bye.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.